Okay, so we made these little shorts on another tutorial. So we're going to make the shirt to go with it. And I'm going to use, for the trim of the shirt, I'm going to use the same color we did for the pants for the trim. And then the shirt is actually going to be the color of the trim. So we kind of reverse that. So we're going to start now with chaining 31 stitches. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to do these a little slower now so you can see. So that was 20. So this is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Okay. So now we're going to go into the second stitch right here from the hook. So we'll end up with 30 stitches. So we're going to single crochet in all 30 stitches. And once you get through this row of single crochet, you're going to turn your row, chain 1, and you're going to single crochet 1 more row. So we'll have a total of 2 rows for the trim. So there you go. And once we finish the 2 rows, we'll come back and start on the white part of the shirt. Okay, so we came to the last stitch. Make sure we catch that last one. And I'm going to single crochet, but I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to change the colors to the main color for the shirt. Okay. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn and I'm going to double crochet. In each stitch, which is 30. So I'm going to yarn over, go into the stitch, pull it out, and you got 3 on there. I'm going to go through 2 and go through 2 again. We're going to keep doing that. Yarn over into the stitch, pull through, you got 3. Going to leave 2 and pull again. So we're going to do that all the way across, which is 30 stitches. This is going to, this is the trim, this will be the shirt, and we're going to do this, this is row 3. We've got 2 of trim, this is row 3, and we're going to do it all the way to row 11. So double crochet till you have a total of 11 rows. That's including these 2 with the trim. So you got 9 rows to go of white. And then when you're done, we'll be back. And this is the front part of the shirt. We'll come back and go on to the next part. Okay, so we've done 11 rows of double crochet, the trim, and the 11 rows. So now we're going to start to do the top of the strap where the sleeve goes. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn, and then we're going to double crochet in 6 stitches. So that's 1. This will count as 1. This. Now we go to the next one. 2, 3, all right, this is 4, 5, and 6. So this is the starting of the that goes up over the shoulder. So we're going to chain 3. We're going to turn that, and then we're going to double crochet in these 6 stitches. And that first chain counts as a stitch. So you got 6 stitches across. You're going to do this a total of 5 times. So this is 1, this is 2, and you're going to do it 3 more times. And once you do that, we'll come back and go on to the next part. Okay, so we did the 5 rows right here. We ended up on the back side. So we're going to start here. We're going to chain 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And we're going to double crochet. We're going to come down 5 stitches from the hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to double crochet into the 5th stitch from the hook. So right there. And we're going to keep, let's see, double crocheting. We're going to do this all the way across. Let me get over here and I'll show you. And you should have 16 stitches. This is starting the back side, so this is a little tricky here to make sure you have it turned the right way. So it's like this. You're going to turn this forward, and you're going to continue in these 6 stitches. And that'll give you a total of 16 stitches when you're done. Always make sure you get this last stitch. It's in that chain, the 3rd stitch at the top of that chain. Okay, so this is starting the back, as you can see. This is the one side of the back. It will go down And then we'll do this side also, and that'll give the other side of the back. So now we're going to continue this. This was the first row. We're going to do a total of 11 rows. So we're going to do this 10 more times. Just keep going, chaining 3. So let's do that. Going to 1, 2, 3, turn, and double crochet. Okay, and you're going to do this. So you have a total of these 11 rows. And then once you do that, we'll come back and we'll go on to the next part. Okay, so we finished the 11 rows of double crochet. So this is the back and this is the front. And so now before we're going to take and well, let's do this last stitch. Take this off because I want to add the trim. So we'll keep on the last stitch the last 2 stitches, and we'll bring on the trim. Pull that through, single crochet, and then we'll single crochet in the 16 stitches across. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to do this for 2 rows. Once you're done with the 2 rows, then you're going to cut off the yarn. Okay, so we finished this back part of the sweater in or top, and we put on the trim. So now we're going to go and we're going to attach the yarn to this side and do this other part. So we're going to go in this chain, top chain, and slip stitch this in. Okay, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go in each stitch across. We're going to do 6 stitches again. So it's 1, or you count that as 1, the 3, the chain. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be the second part of the back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn, and do the 6 stitches. So that makes 2, the chain, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Make sure you get into that last chain there. Okay, so that's 2. You're going to do 3 more of these double crochets, and when we're done, we'll come back and start the back. Okay, so we did the 5 rows, And so now we're going to chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, so we are going to double crochet 5 chains from the hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th chain from the hook, double crochet, and then we'll double crochet all the way down. There should be 16 stitches. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you get here, that's what it looks like. So we're going to turn this up again like that and keep double crocheting in these 6. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and this last one, 16. Okay, there you have it. So you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn. And you're going to chain, you're going to double crochet 16 stitches all the way across. Okay, and you're going to do this for 11 more rows, or 11 rows total. So this is 1, this is 2. Do this for 11 rows, and once we get that done, we'll come back and put the trim on. Okay, so we've finished this other side, the back, and we're going to put the trim on this one. So we got these the last stitch here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put in this last stitch. All right, before we take off this too, we're going to hook, we're going to bring in the trim. I'm going to slip stitch that in like so. Okay. I'm going to chain 1, turn, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch, 16 stitches. And we're going to do this for 2 rows. So once we get this done, this row and another row, then we're going to fasten it off, and then we're going to start on the sleeves. Okay, so we finished this trim on the end, and we're going to do the sleeves. So I've marked the sleeves right here. And from this top part, you can count down 1, 2, 3 rows and mark the end of that row. And from this back top, you can count down 1, 2, 3 rows and mark the end of that. So there will be 11 rows in between here. And so this is where our sleeves are going to go. And we've already done one sleeve, so I can show you that one. And this is how it will look. So we've got 28 stitches between those two markers. And we're going to do a short sleeve to go with these shorts. So when you put it together, it'll look like this. So we'll have this little sleeve here. And we did 2 rows of double crochet and 2 rows of single crochet for the trim. And we'll do this row, and we're going to put 28 stitches in here. So we'll be right back. Okay, so between these 11 rows, there's the middle right here, and I'm going to put a stitch marker there, right in the middle of that row. That way I'm going to make sure I get 14 stitches here and 14 stitches this way, so that's 28 total. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows before we started here, so these we put it in the middle of that 5th row. Okay, so we're going to take this marker out. I'm going to slip it in there. We're going to double crochet, so it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and like I said, we're going to do 28 stitches, and you just kind of have to find your way in there. So that's 2 with the chain, that's 2 stitches. 3. Now I want to try and get between here, like I said, 14. So that's 3, okay, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So I want to try and get 7 more stitches between this here and this one. So that's 7. All right. So it's 8. I am a tight knitter and a crocheter, so I have trouble sometimes. Okay. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. 10. 11. This will be 11. $12, $13. I'll take this off. This is number 14. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing. Do 14 more stitches to the end of this marker, and then you will do another row of double crochet. So there's 2 rows of double crochets, and then we'll come back and put the trim on. Okay, so we're on the last stitch of the second double crochet. I'm going to attach the trim. Slip stitch it through those last 2 stitches. I'm going to single crochet, turn, we're going to single crochet in each stitch across, which is 28 stitches. So that's okay. So I'm just going to keep single crocheting. Now, when you get done with this, we're going to come to the end. You're going to chain 1 and turn. You're going to double crochet, or you're going to single crochet 1 more row, so that there will be 2 rows of the trim, and then you'll fasten off your yarn, and we will go to the next step to finish this off. Okay, so we have finished both sleeves, the trim, and now we're going to trim around the neck. So we're going to start in the back here. We're going to attach the trim color. Slip it into this first stitch here. Okay, we're going to single crochet. Okay, so we're just going to go across this back part, and we're going to crochet, single crochet all the way around the neck. Okay, so we're going to do that from the back around the sleeve part, the front, the other sleeve part, and the back. And once you go around there, then you're going to do another row. So there'll be 2 rows of the trim, and then we're going to do a 3rd row, but we'll need to decrease on some of those stitches. So we'll come back after you do 2 rows and we'll do the decreases. We've done 2 rows of the trim on the neck, and I've come around the 3rd time to the front, and this is where we're going to decrease. So right here in the corner, you can kind of see that we're going to take 2 stitches and decrease that 1 stitch. Then we're going to go over 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to take the 7th stitch and we're going to pull them all through and make that a 1 stitch. So we're going to do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to decrease this one. So 6, pull it in, next one, make that. And then we're going to do another 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we get in this corner again, right here, as you can see, the corner, we're going to do another stitch too. So you just want to kind of if you can, evenly put 4 decreases. So instead of the you've got 1 decrease here, evenly try and get 1 each here, and then 1 here, and that's 4 stitches that you decrease, and that kind of just pulls it together and keeps it tight. We're going to finish now and go around here and finish this, and once we're done, then we're going to come back and we'll sew up the shirt. Okay, so we finished the 3rd row. We've got all the trim on, and so now we're going to turn this inside out, and we've taken all the ends and we've weaved those into the pattern, and we're going to take this now and we're going to sew it up. We're going to sew this seam, and we're going to sew the up to the sleeve, and then we're going to sew the other side also. So just tuck that in there. Okay. Okay, so we're going to sew this up and over to the sleeve. Then we're going to do the other one. Up here and there. And then when you're done, we will sew this back also together, because it will go over the head, so you don't need buttons. If you want them, you can sew it up so far and put buttons, whatever you want to do. But I sew this up, and once we are finished with this, then we'll come back and show you the whole little set together. Okay, so we finished the shirt, and now here are the little pants. So this is the cute little outfit for your Cabbage Patch 20-inch doll, and we're going to make shoes, little tennis shoes to match, so we'll attach the video to the end here so you can also make the shoes. And if you like these videos, click and subscribe, and we appreciate you watching very much. Thank you so much.